Hello there, and welcome to day number 77 on the road to 2000 ELO Rapid Series. We're playing with the black pieces today against the 1781, and it looks like we're gonna head into an Italian. And I'm gonna play the classical Yocho piano. So we're just playing a symmetrical variation of the Italian. After C3, then preparing a D4. I'm just gonna develop my knight. I'm not scared of D4 because afterwards I have takes and a check. And here we can probably just trade the bishops and castle. Thinking if e5 is ever played, we have e5. I guess if d5 is played, it might be slightly annoying. E5 we have this. Let's just trade. If we castle now, pawn up, e5. Yeah, I guess castling should be fine. I don't want to get this wrong, but I feel like this should be okay. And here, d5 is the idea. Pawn takes, pawn takes. We check first, maybe? We check first, they can save their bishop, so we have to take here. After they take, we can check. See what blocks. Probably nothing. Probably the king steps out of the way. In which case, we're using this pawn as a shield. I went into this pretty fast. I don't know if this is actually accurate. It might not be, given that they're up a pawn right now, but we win a pawn pretty quickly. So let's go for that. Maybe we can play bishop here first, actually. Bishop here, they play h3. So let's just take first. And yeah, take the knight. Not seeing anything else here. Knight here, probably just take a pawn. Gotta watch out for a bunch of stuff. Okay. We can bring a threat over. But first let's develop the bishop. I feel like that might be generally a good idea. What square? We go here. It blocks our rook, which is a little annoying, but it protects this pawn. I feel like protecting this pawn is probably a priority. Bishop here doesn't really threaten anything. I guess here's an idea. King goes this way, and then we have this is a big threat. Let's do that. Do this. So we have the check. We've got this as an idea now. And it's going to be hard to defend, I think. Here, if they go queen here, we just take the knight. If they move their king, well, that's probably going to be pretty bad. Do this. Knight here, we just take. That's not a threat either. Yeah, this is looking pretty vicious. How do you defend this with white? I guess we'll find out. I think this might be the only move. I mean, this I haven't fully calculated, but I just can't imagine it being very good. Probably just check back and then take some mate. Come in there. So, hey, maybe they try it and find out it doesn't work. Let's see. I feel like I should be winning this knight, at the very least. Plus, when you win the knight, it attacks the queen. And the queen has no... Well, the queen can go back here, I guess. But this is looking pretty brutal. Pretty brutal already. Okay. Do we have anything better? Should be the question. If we had a check, this would be a discovery, but we don't have a check, unfortunately. So we'll just take the free knight and we'll attack the queen again. And now, what should we do? We can just play this move again, threaten checkmate, and bring the other rook in. And then when we go back here, queen does not have this square anymore. This should be pretty devastating, I would imagine. That's the plan. Let's enact it. Can they do anything to stop this? Rook here doesn't work. Also, there's no back rank mate, thankfully. Wait, what is the idea now? So I move my rook over. The idea is to run the king, probably? I can probably even take this pawn. Do I want to is the question? I don't know. Might as well just go here. Oh, I guess the queen has squares here now. Then I bring my other rook. It looks really bad. Let's just take this other pawn first. You might as well. Pretty solid reason. And yeah, if the queen goes here, even have bishop here, which is a huge threat. Yeah, let's do that. King there, take a rook. I was thinking this instead. Could even play this, and then queen takes. Here, pawn up, you take. Here, it's a little less convincing because they can bring the rook in now to defend. Let's go with this. It's a skewer, so we're going to win at least a piece. Pawn can't move. Oh, it's also pinned, funnily enough. And actually, we're not winning just the piece, because when the queen defends and bishop takes, they cannot take back, because they get mated. Nice. That was clinical. That was pretty brutal. I feel bad for my opponent, I'm not going to lie. Let's take a look at the analysis. So the game started with e4 by my opponent, and after e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5. We get the Ghioccio piano game in the Italian. And here c3 is the main line. After knight f6 and d4, we trade pawns in the center of the board, check with the bishop. And here was the first step where I'm not sure if I played the right move. Bishop takes is apparently good enough. Keeps the position equal, so bishop takes on d2, and knight takes back. And here I castled. Apparently castling is not the right move. So I'm supposed to either take the pawn on e4, which works because after knight takes, you have d5, which is a fork. So that's something to remember for the future. Or I could have played d5 right away. And after d5, pawn takes. The idea, I don't think is knight takes back right away. Oh, it is. Okay. I was thinking for some reason it's knight a5. That's more in the fried liver. So yeah, knight takes d5 here. So I played the third best move, which is castling. And apparently this goes down and leaves about a plus 0.5 advantage to the opponent if they play d5. And I was thinking d5, I would probably play knight here. But apparently this is bad. And this is bad because after bishop d3, my opponent just has a good position, ready to push another pawn. Well, not actually yet, but soon. They can even put their queen here and create this sort of just huge attack on my king. So yeah, I misevaluated this, but luckily enough, my opponent played the wrong move here, and now d5 is actually decent for me. The best move is to actually move the bishop to b5 and not take the knight. After they take the knight, I'm actually better, surprisingly enough. So pawn takes knight, pawn takes bishop. After pawn takes again, rook e8 check is -3 for black. Wow, I didn't realize it was that good. And here the best move is b5, which I find a little surprising. I guess your point is that you're going to take as much space as you can on the queen side while also having the center of the board completely open for your rook and your queen. And the king cannot castle, so this rook is going to have trouble getting in the game. But yeah, I just took the pawn, and this is still good enough for black. After knight takes back, that's a big mistake. Because now I'm pretty sure that I played pretty well from here on out. So bishop here is a solid move. I think it's the third best move. Bishop g4 is apparently even better. Bishop g4, I kind of didn't like bishop g4 because of just f3, and then I was like, okay, what's the bishop really doing? Bishop just comes back to f5. I guess it induces a weakness, and then the king, you know, is in even more trouble than before. But I figured bishop f5 right away, because if they don't respond to the threat I'm making, which they didn't, bishop d3 check is pretty devastating. Here the king moves to g1, rook comes on to e2, and I'm pretty sure from here on out, we played this super well. So you block the queen again, send it back onto its jail in f1, bring the other rook over onto e8, and now the threats are just too much to stop. Here the best move is actually rook h3, so you do have to make breathing room for your king. But I think my opponent just wanted to keep their queen on the board, defending the pawn, and also bring their other rook in to defend the pawn. And here, yeah, we take the pawn on b2 with the rook. Queen sidesteps to defend the checkmate. And now bishop e4 is just clinical. This pawn is pinned, so it can't move. Even if it could move, the queen would die. And so they have to do something here, and by something, I mean save the queen. Actually, the best move is not even saving the queen, it's bringing the rook over onto h2. So you can still protect mate afterwards. But, yeah, you give the engine enough time, it's saying mate in 24 there, I think? No. Yes. 23 now. Okay. 22. Oh, 23, 22? I don't know. You saw that engine line changing. It's debating between 22 and 23. Okay. I think it's 21. Wow. Like a roller coaster. And after the queen moves out of the way, well, it accelerates the process. You take the rook. After the queen takes back, it's just mate in one. So you cannot take back this bishop. It's just checkmate. If they did anything else, like let's say they pushed h6, well, you can probably play. I was thinking probably rook e2 is easiest, but apparently not. Apparently, the fastest way to mate is you move the bishop out, and I don't know if I understand why. Let's say bishop d6 for example. Bishop on, sure. Queen e4. Okay, so you're threatening mate here. And it's going to be something like, oh, you're threatening back rank. Back rank mate. After rook takes back, rook takes, and no getaway square for the king. So, yeah, the threats are just massive at this point. And yeah, nice win. And the mate happened because the queen took back, and we just got mate in one here. Accelerated the process a little bit. I'm happy with the result. We're at 1797. We're inching our way back to 1800 and hopefully beyond. Yeah, good results. I'm going to be spending quite a lot of time studying. Actually, I have a tournament this weekend that's starting. So I'm excited about that. Got a classical game Saturday and Sunday, and it's over 3 weekends, so 6 games total. We'll see how that goes, but all I know is a lot of studying is in my future related to chess. It's going to be fun. And hopefully that comes along with some wins in the Road to 2000 series. So nice little result today. More to come. Thanks for watching, and just a reminder, if you've gotten this far, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps out a lot, and I really do appreciate all the support I've been getting from everyone. Y'all are great, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.